love.
The cat is already in here.
I mean, she's in rare form today.
What's going on, everybody?
I am so sorry. We look rough.
It has been
a day.
long day. I'm trying to set this thing up.
Hello, do you want to say hello to everybody?
We almost
obviously
didn't make this live stream. First of all, welcome. I'm Joe.
And I'm Rachel.
And we're two crazy ketos. Welcome to our weekly live stream. If you're new to our channel, we do this every single week at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
But we usually look way better.
I'm also thinking about maybe after lacrosse season moving it up a little bit, since we hardly ever make Dr. Barry's Zoom meetings anyway. The camera's at an angle, so...
Can you guys hear us?
Yes, give us a thumbs up if you can hear us. I'm going to see who's on here. Renee is on here. She said
hello,
first.
Renee.
A Keto Mom is here. Heath is here. Nancy is here. Sherry is here.
Hi, Sherry.
April is here from South Georgia.
Ooh,
Rosie from California is here.
Does everybody have their toilet paper?
Gigi Girl is here. Rosie said, are you related to 2KK? Yes, A Keto Mom is our sister-in-law, Rachel's brother's wife. Debbie is here. And Miss Heather is here. You've been messaging with Heather all day long. Heather knows our misery today.
Keeping us sane. So we are looking for a car now for our youngest son, Caleb.
I hate car shopping. How do I have to car shop 2 times in less than 7 days?
And his budget, I mean, we're talking topping out at $5,000.
We need to move over that way a little bit more because the camera is angled. So, Slap a Stick is on. Christopher is here. Hello, all. Maybe in and out tornadoes and thunderstorms. Aaron is here.
Hello, lovely Aaron.
You are looking awesome. I'm seeing such a change in your face on your videos.
And her outfits, oh my gosh. Can somebody give me fashion advice? Like, she looks so freaking together.
Constance is here. She said, hey, everyone.
Hey, Constance. So, you just mentioned Slapstick.
Uh-huh.
Christopher, on his Slapstick Keto channel, because he has a YouTube channel also, he shared his recent kind of like a transformation story and what keto is doing for him health wise. Incredible.
Yep.
Just absolutely incredible. Please share that video in the Two Crazy Ketos family group, please.
Also, please make sure you go hit the thumbs up if you're on a mobile phone, exit out of the chat. Do us a favor, hit that like button. And make sure that you're signing up for notifications because that's what really matters with YouTube. YouTube really likes to see that everybody is asking for notifications when we go live.
So we covered more than 200 miles today looking at cars. Everything from what we thought was private sales, but was really...
people masquerading as a private person, but they really have a dealer license.
Selling vehicles that had clearly been in a pond.
Yes.
Before they came to be seen. We saw those side of the road smiley faced used car dealerships that look like they also double as horror movie sets. We drove a car on one of those where the wheels almost fell off while Joe was driving it. The guy in the back seat, the dealer was like, something's wrong. Something's wrong with this vehicle.
Yeah, we're like, no kidding, something is wrong.
And then Joe's like, we have no brakes.
Excuse me.
Oh my gosh, are you getting sick? Don't you dare get sick. We're not ending the day like that.
Rachel, yesterday, had a little bit of a cough, and I'm like, do not tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. They're going to quarantine us.
It was just a scratchy throat, but there it is.
So how is everybody doing? The panic from the coronavirus is... I blame the media. It's all the media as far as I'm concerned. But they're closing Disney World.
They are.
They're canceling half of our games.
It's crazy.
So, meanwhile, yeah, we spent the day car shopping.
Sherry Long got a bidet for her birthday.
I am buying one of those bidets. And then I don't have to... I'm looking at it this way. I'm frugal. If I buy a bidet, I don't have to spend money on toilet paper anymore.
Has anybody tried...
We gotta get the one that blows air up and dries you after it washes you.
Has anybody tried to sell keto to a friend or family member now because it's like, hey, you poop less, right? You're supposed to have less waste on keto, so there you go. Try it.
We're a little giddy today, by the way.
Sorry, I know. We're punch drunk at this point.
When we drove over 200 miles, we, looked at a bunch of cars. We came home with nothing. I mean, when we bought our first son, we got his car, his threshold was $3,000, which got you nothing. Now, this was 8 years ago, right?
Right.
7 years ago. But if you got to 4,000,
sky's the limit, baby.
you could get a decent used car. I mean, his first car was a Chrysler Sebring convertible. We paid like $3,500 for it. It only had like 50,000 miles on it. His second car was a Chrysler 300. We paid $4,000 for it, and it had like 38,000 miles on it.
Now we're telling them, hey, $5,000, an exterior speakers exploded in the back seat. I'm like, sir.
Headliners falling down, and it's like the threshold now is 7,000. So it's like, and that's not our threshold. That's like what we have to go to find something decent.
Well, something that doesn't have a chalk outline of a body in the back seat.
So if any of you guys, I don't care where you are,
we'll come to you.
Know of a good, it's got to be reliable, low mileage, like 3,000 to 4,000. I will come and fly to you and drive it home if I could find a reliable car for $4,000 out the door.
Get a flight.
If I can get a flight, that's true. Well, we can just drive. We'll drive your new car.
Okay.
Debbie said, glad I made it to the party tonight.
Awesome.
Alan said, hello from a toilet paper supported Clearwater.
Nice. Very nice.
Miss Gail is here. She said, hello.
Hello, everyone.
Carla is here from South Arkansas.
Ooh, welcome.
A Keto Mom said the budget changed again. Yes, it did. So the budget really wasn't supposed to change. The bottom line is we have your choice. You can go to a personal, like just a for sale by owner. The problem is you don't know what you're getting. I mean, I asked one guy, can I have the VIN number so I can run a Carfax? No. I'm like, well, then I'm not buying the car. No, it's clean. I don't trust you.
No, you know me. I don't know you.
So then we're looking at like car dealerships. Well, every one of them charge between a $500 to $1,000 dealer fee. Then you've got the registration fee. If you have to put a new plate on in the state of Florida, it's $500 plus $200 more for electronic filing fee. So we were looking at a car for $4,900 sticker price, and the guy comes out and goes, your final price is $8,000. I'm like, what are you smoking? He's like, well, we're going to put a $1,500 warranty for 1 year on it. I'm like, no. He's like, okay, $6,900.
That's crazy.
So so the budget's gone up, it's gone down, it's gone up.
Tammy is joining us from Ontario, Canada.
Awesome.
How cool is that?
Brianna's here from the mountains of Colorado.
Welcome.
Alan is here from Galveston Island.
I wanted to share some awesome mail we got.
Yes, I'm going to keep looking at everything.
Talk about the rainbow and sunshine on our day. We have from Janice, look at these cute avocado Post-it stickers.
Yep.
Which I'm going to be like, don't jump off a building. I'm going to write and post it around so I don't go crazy. These are gorgeous. And how did you know I am in love with all things Post-it? My favorite. Thank you. And then from, let me make sure I say this last name right. It's Stacy Gingrich. Cha-ching.
You got it?
She sent us some of the Tillamook zero sugar. Oh, I can hear myself.
I know. I got to turn that off.
Oh. Zero sugar beef jerky, which is delicious. We actually found this at Aldi.
Yeah.
It's awesome. And some bulletproof coffee.
We've never tried that one.
I have never tried this, but I'm super excited. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you very much. Plus, Christopher sent us, it's in the refrigerator, some bacon jam and some like peanut butter fluff that he made.
I cannot wait to taste that.
That stuff looks awesome. So, let's see. Heather said to get that thing that Phil told us about. Yeah, but we still, down here, there are a lot of cars being sold with rebuilt titles.
So we can't get any insurance on them.
I've got to make sure I run a Carfax regardless of what the OBD says. I've got to run a Carfax.
Down with OBD. Yeah, you know me.
But there's a lot of cars. In fact, we were looking at this one car, and the guy, he's like, oh, yeah, it's awful. And at the last second, I'm like, okay, we're on our way. He's like, oh, by the way, it has a rebuild title. I'm like, I don't want that.
Trying to pull a fast one.
Heather said all the media, yes. Keto Mom said if they close Disney, the stuff has hit the fan.
It has. I am so sorry. You know what the good news is? Online family, we're going to be here. And we may be hanging out a lot longer than you would like to maybe. Because I think we may be getting quarantined.
Brianna said, we
sometime
ran out of
soon.
toilet paper at our business, an auto glass shop. We're seriously considering asking our customers to pay in toilet paper.
So a friend of mine, her husband is a nurse, and they're starting to pat down all of the nursing staff at all the area hospitals because
They're stealing the masks.
they're stealing the masks and the gloves and the toilet papers.
He said, mark my words, after the election, this entire coronavirus stuff is going to blow over. I agree.
I think so, yeah.
I really think that this is... I blame the media. I told that to Chris last night. I said, I blame the media. Actually, I told Chris I blame him. But
if you're from Florida or you've been in Florida and you've had a hurricane season, it's like there'll be like this much wind blowing and they're like, houses are collapsing. Like they try to make like a run on Costco. Well, that's a lot of power on a global level. To like shut down Italy.
Rosie said Disney and California Adventure closed for the rest of the month.
That makes me so sad.
Slapasick said, I told people if you can't find toilet paper, just eat meat only until you do.
You know what we should do?
What?
Go on vacation.
How about just fast?
No, go on vacation.
Oh wait, no, fast. I have like explosive problems when I fast.
Don't do that. Go on vacation.
That's true. That's all we have to do. Aaron said, I had a Sebring convertible. Ella 1996 battery was in the driver's side rear tire wheel. Yes, we learned that when somebody decided to firebomb it in the front of our house. 4 o'clock in the morning, the fire department wakes me up and goes, is that your Sebring out there? I'm like, yes, it is. He goes, it was. Somebody set it on fire, and it's totaled now. We had a bunch of teenagers in our neighborhood thought it was funny to set cars on fire.
One of 4 vehicles in our neighborhood that got set on fire.
Fortunately, ours was parked in the swale, whereas the other people in the neighborhood, they had theirs parked up against their house, and it caught part of the house on fire.
Man.
So I forgot how old that car was. I think that was a 96. It may have been a 96.
Might have been.
I don't know.
We moved after that.
Yeah, we did. Renee said, hey.
Hey, Renee.
Arlene said, thrilled to get my keto bricks today. Now I can relax. I'm ready. Yeah, I'm plenty of... I'm hurricane ready. People have actually messaged us, like, what should I store in, like, for, like, the coronavirus, which don't worry about it. Don't freak out. Go look at our hurricane preparedness video.
Hurricane preparedness video is
keto chow, keto bricks. I'm good.
Spam. Chicken. Canned chicken.
A Keto Mom said Frontier Airlines has rates for 90% off.
Wow.
Alan said the germ theory has never been proven. People get sick because of a weakened immune system. So, of course, last night, like, with all of this stuff happening, we flip on, we start stowing through. You know what our recommended movie to watch is on, like, Netflix?
Outbreak.
So, of course, I watched it because I loved that movie.
That was really dumb of us, though. Why would we watch Outbreak right now?
Renee said getting another car. Yeah, we're looking for a car for Caleb, and then I don't have to car shop for a while.
To your grandkids.
Jacqueline said, hello, everyone. I just got home. Stores are crazy here in North Jersey because of the coronavirus. Heather said, find a one-owner car from a little old lady. Aren't there a lot of little old ladies in Florida? The problem is they're being bought up by these people with, like, dealer licenses. Like, we talked to one guy. We found a great car, but I told Rachel, like, we're buying this, and I don't care what Caleb says. And then she made the mistake of telling him we almost bought him a minivan. It was, what was it? It was a 2004 Ford Windstar with 39,000 miles on him. Like, this little old lady,
Babe magnet.
She drove it like, what, 2,000 miles a year.
You're welcome, son.
The paint is perfect.
Enjoy your college years. Awful. Chi
Girl said, why are cars so expensive? It's like, why are cell phones so expensive? It's a million of them.
Right?
Well, I told Rachel was talking about it earlier, like, what's going on? It's because the new car prices have gotten so ridiculous because they're under this thing of, like, by 2026, all the cars being made are supposed to get like 56 miles to a gallon. So they keep doing all of this stuff to get these cars better gas mileage, which is increasing the price of them. So now there's more of a demand for used cars. So the used cars are getting insanely priced.
Clearly.
I always thought it was funny. So I drive a truck. And we've never bought brand new cars since we've been married, and you even before that, right?
We're not.
So I didn't know anything about this auto stop start technology in a car, that when you come to a light, even though you've got the car running and you put your foot on the brake, that the engine shuts down to save gas. Didn't know anything about that. So when we bought Rachel's new Volkswagen, When I test drove the car, I guess the guy turned that off. I do remember him hitting a button. He turned it off. So when we picked up the car, I'm driving down the street and I called Anthony and I'm like, something's wrong with the car. He's like, what? And I'm like, it keeps turning off at a traffic light. He goes, they're supposed to do that.
He was like...
Scared me.
You were like Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman at the opera. It's like, mine's broken. I got a broken one. Oh my gosh, it's broken.
Constance said, this is really the wrong season. After May would be better. It's tax season. Prices are hiked up.
You're so right, Constance, because that the last dealer we were at actually mentioned that now's the time, to people are buying vehicles because, refund season.
We're not, Caleb's in a rush, but I know that God's got the right car. So the funny part is every time we see one, it's always a definitive no. Like I said, put your key in and first of all, the entire flash dash check engine light starts lighting up. Like, okay, that's a no.
I think maybe no.
There hasn't been anything where maybe.
So Joe says, how was the wedding? I didn't get to look. So she did live stream it. Autumn did. And so I think you can catch it on the replay. It was beautiful. She was beautiful. Did any of you guys see it yet? She was just gorgeous and happy. And Richard was absolutely giddy with excitement. You could see him coming, when she's coming down the aisle and he's just like, that's my bride. Gonna be the same thing for Aaron does the keto, right?
Yep.
Super cute. You're gonna live stream it?
Arlene said, what is a rebuilt title? A rebuilt title is where what happened is the car got damaged, usually in a car accident, or maybe it got flooded or something like that. And the insurance company writes it off as a total loss. Then you get some mechanic or something like that. They go and buy the car at auction for pennies on the dollar. They'll pay $300-400 for it for scrap or for parts. And then they rebuild the car, and then they can go to the state of Florida, and Florida will issue them a new title, but the title is now branded salvage or rebuilt. So it's not brand new. There's a problem with the title, and a lot of insurance companies, at least here in Florida, do not want to insure that car because it could be a safety issue.
Yeah, it's running, but it could explode. We're not sure.
Ron said, I love the Tillamook smoked sausages from Aldi's, especially the jalapeno.
I love it. It's so good. Oh, well, wait a second. This is different.
That's beef jerky.
We were eating the sausages
before.
We had the sausages. This is the jerky.
Yeah, she lives near them. That's why she sent it to us.
Oh, nice.
Slapstick said, the bacon jam is amazing. I hope you enjoyed. The peanut butter was a sauce, and it thickened up more than normal. I turned mine back into a sauce.
Ooh.
Gigi Girl said, Target is out of bathroom tissue in Virginia. We almost went and bought those big 1,000-foot rolls that you would find in a public restroom. I was going to buy the machine and mount it on the wall because that you can get. But Rachel finally, after going to several stores, found toilet paper. And we weren't hoarding it. We were just down to 3 rolls.
Okay, so how many of you guys have thought about that old Seinfeld episode where Elaine gets into the thing with the lady in the bathroom stall and she's trying to hoard all of the toilet paper and get out she doesn't have a square to spare?
Sherry said, I'm waiting for it to hit the jail. We will be quarantined.
Oh, no.
Alan said, yes, Chris is behind the coronavirus.
It's all his fault.
Renee said, I had a vehicle that had been hit twice when I owned it. I had significant body work done, not my fault, but the Carfax showed no incidents, but I knew it had 2 accidents.
Gracious
Yeah,
me.
it goes by. Does it actually get reported to Carfax? Again, we saw the one car where Rachel's like, well, what about the mileage? I'm like, here's the problem. I don't take my cars to car dealers. We work on pretty much whatever needs to be done, like the oil changes. Unless it's something major that I can't fix. But brakes, oil changes, that kind of stuff, I do it myself. So my car never goes to a dealership to get reported for what it is. So you're going to see it's gone in. I bought it with, 10,000, 12,000, 17,000 miles. And there's never another reporting of that odometer. So there's no way that if I then go trade it in, somebody knows that I didn't roll back that odometer. I had a friend years ago that actually put a little switch on that would turn the odometer off.
I hope that you changed friends.
I did. But yeah, he had a little switch that would just make it not work because he had a lease thing. But now there's no evidence that actually had a rolled back odometer. So you can't trust it completely, but you have to. The big thing for me is the title. That's what I'm looking for.
Make good friends.
Shelly said, yeah, I saw an infographic where it showed the media focused the majority on the virus than anything else.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much all you're going to hear on a loop.
Yeah, they said, what you will call it, Biff Malibu said, everything is being canceled. NCAA tournament, golf, concerts, it's getting crazy. The last I saw with the NCAA tournament was that they weren't canceling it unless they've changed it, but there were gonna be no fans allowed. It was just gonna be the players and the officials and I think
broadcast
parents.
it.
I don't know if they were doing that. Shelly said, at least doing lives is being encouraged.
Good.
Lianka said hello from Edgewater, Florida.
Hello, Edgewater, Florida.
Heather said, I have a bunch of keto chow, butter, bacon, hamburger, steak, and eggs. We are prepared.
We're prepared.
And remember, you don't have to refrigerate butter.
My mom loves that about butter.
I try to get everybody in the house to not refrigerate it, and they keep doing it. I'm like, it's so much better when you don't refrigerate it. It's like spreadable. Slapstick said, keto chow, and I just brought 15 pounds of ribeyes.
Oh my gosh. Like he said, I'm going to his house.
We bought like what? What did we buy? Like 12 pounds of ground beef from Whole Foods?
Yes, they're having a great deal.
Yeah, if you're a Prime member, Whole Foods this week has grass-fed, grass-finished ground beef that is raised in the United States, so it's not greenwashed, and it's $4.99 a pound. Regular price is $6.99 a pound, which I think is really good considering I went to Costco and just the regular cheap ground beef, not grass-finished, organic, any of that, was $3.99 a pound. So for $1 more, you're getting grass-finished.
We don't even know if that cow went to private school, and we're paying way more money for it.
Arlene said, is the rebuild title the same as the salvage title? Florida has both.
Renee
so in Florida, there must be something different.
Did we try the Strive meat sticks that she sent?
Did we try the Strive meat sticks? I don't know. I think we did.
Did you hoard those?
I don't remember.
Well, she said the peri-peri flavor, and I'm assuming yes, because he loves anything peri-peri.
I don't remember those. Did I sleep eat them? Maybe I slept ate them. I don't even remember them. When did we have them? When did you send them, Renee? Was that a while ago? If it was, then yes, we ate those. Those were good. Real Talk Keto said, there goes the grandbaby dream. Lisa said, hi, you two. I finally caught another live. Yeah, from California.
Welcome.
Ron said, I went to Aldi's for tissue, none on the shelf. Everybody had water in their baskets. I panicked and bought 2 cases. I have no idea
I know,
why.
right? Well, that's the thing.
You get swept up in it. You came home with, she came home with baby wipes. She's calls me from the store. Should I buy paper towels? I'm like, for what? She goes, to wipe our butts. I'm like, you can't flush that down the toilet. She goes, what do you mean you can't flush that down the toilet?
People were buying them.
I'm like, you can't flush that down the toilet, and I don't buy paper towels. Why don't I buy paper towels?
Maybe I need 87 rolls of paper towels because you can't buy 4 rolls there. You got to buy 87.
And the problem with paper towels is, everybody uses them for everything. Oops, there's 2 gallons of water spilled on the floor. Let's just get the paper towels. No, get a regular rag.
Just throw it right on top of it.
Monica said, do you have a video showing how to make yogurt in an Instant Pot that doesn't have a yogurt button? I don't have a video on it, but if you go to the recipe on our website, I tell you how to do it.
Okay.
So pretty much what you're going to do is you're going to bring the temperature of your mixture up to 110 degrees or 110 degrees. Then you're going to add in your yogurt culture. You're going to then wrap in a towel, maybe even put it in the oven, put it in a cooler, something like that. You want to try to keep that as warm as possible for your 8 to 12 hours. You can also use a crock pot if you have a crock pot or a sous vide. Nancy said, I don't like the auto off. It's still freaking me out a little bit, but it does save you 15% on your gas.
But the entire time we're driving, I think we're stalling out.
Brianna said, Carfax is not 100% reliable. We've helped several customers who purchased vehicles with serious hidden damage that was not reported have a trusted body shop inspect
Thank
it.
you.
Which is, again, one of the reasons we're kind of leaning towards at least going to a reputable car dealer that I know. I'm not talking about just anyone. I don't trust one of those fly-by-night used car dealerships.
And
don't trust any of them.
That's a terrible name for them to name it, too. Fly-by-night auto deals?
Sherry said, we went to Whole Foods in Fairfax. It was crazy. I told my husband to get in line to pay for everything before we are killed. The lady in front of us busted out laughing.
Seriously.
Vivid J said, I was going to wait till tomorrow to go shopping, but I forgot to get my meds, so I just went and came back. Wasn't too bad, but all I got was some eggs, cheese, and bone broth.
Good. I hope you're feeling good.
Renee said, I wonder why I keep hearing people's vehicles starting up when the lights turn green. I was like, maybe they almost out of gas or something's wrong with their car.
No, seriously, that's exactly how I
had
feel.
no idea about that. Didn't know anything about it.
So weird.
Then today I was driving with the cruise control on it, and it actually started slowing down because it knows there's a car in front of us.
At least we didn't get the one that's like the lane control, like
Oh my gosh.
moves you around.
We had that when we were in Omaha, and I rented a car, and I've never had that lane assist, and it started pulling me back. I'm like, what's going on? I don't even know where I'm at, and the roads are icy, and now the car is pulling me out of a lane.
Joe's like, I don't want my car to be the boss of me.
Nancy said Enterprise and other rental companies have rental cars they sell. That was my first car. My first car I got from Enterprise Rent-A-Car. That's where I bought my first car. Here's the problem.
Did they pick you up?
I'm thinking about all the people I know that rent a car and then drive it like it's a race car.
Well, or they let kombucha explode in the back seat, right? Did it have a funny smell?
Heather said, I'm braving Whole Foods and Costco tomorrow to stock up on Kettle and Fire and pork belly.
Oh, look at the cute little emojis for Aaron.
Ron said, the stories are ridiculous. You better get out quick. Sherry said, all I wanted was a Kettle and Fire since it was on special.
So some of my little like mom hacks where I found like antibacterial wipes and tissues in different places was go to the baby section, because sometimes you will get flushable wipes or, wet wipes that are antibacterial in that section. Also in picnic wear. If you go to where you get paper plates,
right,
a lot of times they have individual hand sanitizing wipes.
We learned that at Christmas time because we go to buy like all of the 50% off paper towels that have Christmas decorations. Everybody rushes to the Christmas section. We go to the paper towel section.
Yeah.
Because they forget to put all that stuff into the Christmas section.
And I don't care if my paper towels, when we get them, since it's so rare, have Christmas trees on them.
All of our paper plates in our house, and they all have paper, either Halloween decorations or Christmas
either
decorations.
spiders or Christmas trees. That's it.
Patty said, only Jesus could have helped me find toilet paper for me and my friends in a store. I wasn't planning to stop at today in insanely busy Toronto. All other stores I went to were out.
That is awesome. Yeah, I definitely think that I pray before I go to do anything, right? I need all the help I can get.
Morpheus said Tom Hanks has coronavirus.
He does. So does his wife.
So does his wife. Gail said, I watched Autumn's wedding live stream. She was gorgeous.
She was so gorgeous. What a beautiful dress. Like, it just absolutely fit her perfectly. Of course, Joe's looking at it like a guy, and it's like pretty. And I'm like, every detail I want to discuss, like the line and, all the decorations. I'm really hoping that she leaves the decorations in her home up like forever. You decorated your house. It looks gorgeous. Like, just leave it.
Sherry grew up outside of Fairfax. She said her dad was a cop there.
I went to church in Fairfax because it was the end of the Metro line at that time when I was working for the Washington Post and lived in Washington, D.C. in Foggy Bottom. I can remember being like so excited that my grocery store was the Watergate building. I was like, what? History.
He said, I don't want to brag, but this is my 5th end of the world that I've survived.
Well done, sir.
I know, right?
Well done.
Slappistick said, Meyer has an amazing sale on Kettle and Fire bone broths and soups if anyone has them in the area. At least at the one I went to, it was under $5. I got another deal. By the way, all those eggs that we found on sale at Whole Foods, they're also on sale at Sprouts, but they're $1 more at Sprouts. So if you have your option, if you need some pasture-raised eggs, it's cheaper at Whole Foods. But Sprouts, we stopped there when we were looking at a car for Caleb today. Sprouts has Zevia. Buy one, get one free. So it's $3.25 a 6-pack, which is pretty cheap for Zevia.
I got a lot of root beer.
We got a bunch of root beer for Rachel. Because believe it or not, my Zevia wall is more than half empty.
Poor thing. It's just a half wall.
There's no root beer left because somebody drank it all. It's the only flavor you drink.
It's just a baby gate of Zevia now.
Sarah said YouTube didn't send me a notification.
Oh,
YouTube
Sarah.
is kind of funny.
They are.
Alan said, in a city of 4 million, only 15 cases of coronavirus from Egypt arrived, and they're closing schools. Ridiculous. That's what I keep saying. People are like, there's 100 people that have it. I'm like, out of how many million?
I still now, like, all I do is itch and feel weird because we watched Outbreak last night. And what else did we watch last night? The Grudge.
That was awesome.
The Grudge.
I want to go watch the next one.
What is wrong? I was like, why did you get this?
Oh,
this
Liz
is terrible.
said all the NCAA winter and spring tournaments have been canceled. Yeah, yesterday they were just getting rid of the fans.
He says they're selling the whole series for like really, really cheap.
You can buy the one they had on iTunes. They had the newest one for $20. You could buy them all for $25. I'm like, I'm buying them all. We're going to binge watch The Grudge.
I'm never going to get to sleep again. Ever.
Joe Ray said because a player tested positive, so they completely canceled it.
Oh,
no. Shelly said our local farmer market is closed for the next couple weeks. This is the time we really need to support local businesses and farms. That's who's going to suffer.
Absolutely, yes.
Steve said, I hate when a restaurant brings out ice cold butter. Yes, I agree.
I'm afraid of, it weirds me out seeing it on the counter.
Aaron said, I'm probably going to do the egg challenge next week, then start carnivore full-time, my carnivore, but still, I can do black coffee.
I can't.
I can't do black coffee. I need to stock up. First of all, Aaron, you're doing heavy cream. Heavy cream, don't listen to anybody. Heavy cream is carnivore.
Yes.
It's from an animal. I mean, go watch, if you want to watch it, I mean, the people who you're going to respect the most who are real carnivore, go watch the Strong Sisters. They talk about heavy cream. They eat butter. I mean, they eat all the other stuff, but they even occasionally eat Rebel Creamery ice cream. So, salt is, by the way, completely carnivore too. You have to have the salt. Don't let somebody tell you if you're putting salt on your food, you're not doing carnivore.
Oh gosh, what is up with some of this keto policing?
Carnivore policing now.
If it came from a teat, it's carnivore, because the teat makes it carnivore, right?
Constance said, I started eating higher protein recently, which is meat focused. Gigi Girl said, ribeye and scrambled eggs and cheese for dinner tonight.
Yum.
We had wings because I didn't want to cook when I got home, so we busted out and bought wings using one of my coupons from Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah. Erin said that she found 90-10 ground beef at Target.
Wow.
$2.79 a pound after the coupon. Had to freeze it that day. We've gotten some meat.
That's our deal.
We had to eat it in the parking lot.
Yeah, we go to Walmart. That's when we buy our meat. The only time we ever buy meat is Walmart. We go down the section. We don't even go there very often, but we go down that meat section. All those ones that say special, we buy them all, come home, stick them in the freezer.
So edifying. All of our meat are telling us that. You're special.
And 90-10 is great. What are you going to say?
I was going to say, have you noticed that a lot of times Aldi produce, we have to, no kidding, eat it in the parking lot?
Yeah, we don't buy Aldi's produce. Well, we don't really buy produce much anymore, but 90-10, by the way, for all of you, if you don't eat grass-fed, grass-finished beef, you're better off buying 90-10 because all of the hormones, antibiotics, all that stuff is stored in the fat of the animal. So you want to buy super lean and then add your own fat because then you can add ghee or butter or tallow or any of that kind of stuff to up the fat content for yourself. Plus, it doesn't shrink as much when you cook it. It doesn't have as much flavor, but it doesn't shrink as much.
I can add some flavor with cream cheese.
A keto mom said, I saw the funniest meme that the virus wouldn't last long because it was made in China. Yeah, I saw that one today, too. Renee said, I sent them with the avocado disco and Insta-ham socks for... Oh, yes, we ate those. Those were awesome. See, I can't remember yesterday, let alone Christmas time.
I actually wore my socks today shopping, and I think that was the comfort of just having a loving person on my feet.
I do remember now, though, I didn't share those meat sticks with Rachel. I do remember that.
No, I got one.
Oh, then you took one that I didn't know about.
I did, but... It was good. But hot, spice, peri-peri.
Aaron said, I did a challenge last week. I lost 5 pounds. Introduced carbs again, gained 2 pounds. It's just water weight. Don't worry about it. Don't freak out. It comes down to what is sustainable. And that's why I'm never going to do strict 100% carnivore because for me, I don't think it's sustainable. We probably eat 90 to 95% carnivore, but... I like to have a Zevia once in a while.
What am I drinking?
Once in a while, I want to have a little bit of lettuce with my taco meat.
These 365 sparkling waters are really good.
That's the other thing that's on sale at Whole Foods this week is Waterloo, 2 for $9 plus 10% off.
Waterloo. Oh, yeah, we got that.
Yeah, we got you a bunch of those.
But not the grape.
Not the grape. I bought grape. Alan said I have paper towels because of all the oils and bacon grease. Yes. Alan said, probably only water weight. Hang in there, Constance. Shelly said, I did a test after my carnivore meals. My blood sugar runs in the 80s. After that cauliflower pizza, my minimal tomato sauce, it was 120. I haven't seen numbers like that in forever. That's another reason, though, that I always want to go back and forth and have a few vegetables because I do believe that your body gets used to things after a while, and I do want to be a little metabolically flexible. I don't ever want to eat the regular sugar and stuff, but I do want to be able to have some vegetables once in a while, and a lot of that is just water weight and things like that, but I want to be able to go back and forth. The biggest thing that I believe in if you do a lot of carnivore is that you should make sure you're doing like some kind of kombucha or sauerkraut or yogurt, something to help your gut bacteria.
I will say that I've been doing a lot more carnivore-y stuff, and I'm feeling so much better. And I feel like that I am maintaining my momentum.
Right.
And the intermittent fasting has really helped. Ever since we all did the fast together, I've been able to argue with my own brain that says, no, I need to eat now. And it's like, no, I know that we don't have to eat right now. So it's helped me to stay doing these longer 17, 18, sometimes 20-hour fasting days. And the carnivore food has really made me feel good.
Gigi Girl said, I love the Buffalo Wild Wings guide. Thanks again. What a cool ending with the manager.
Thank you. Thanks for watching. It was fun to make.
It was fun to make, and it was just something that we really thought about because, again, we do Buffalo Wild Wings, and for the most part, it is good keto, but a lot of people aren't aware of that. Even though, like, everything is made in tallow, the sauces are all loaded with canola oil, which, again, we had spicy garlic ones tonight, but we do one serving between the two of us.
Well, I think that what's always eye-opening is the salads.
Yeah.
That always blows me away because, I mean, even if you're not doing keto and you're trying to just kind of restrict your calories or something, you're thinking, well, this is the best option for any diet plan, anything that you want to lose weight in any way, and it's like, not really. Just eat the wings.
Becky said she wants the lane assist. I'm going to be honest. You don't want that lane assist.
No.
Unless you are really, really religious about using your turn signals, I think it's a hazard. I mean, and I'm the first person to say, on a highway, when I'm driving on a highway, I don't use my turn signal to change lanes unless there's a lot of traffic. But if I'm on a highway and there's nobody on the road, most of the time, I don't think every single time you change a lane, use your turn signal. Let us know. Like, I'm curious, how many people actually religiously use their turn signal when they change a lane, say driving down an interstate? Because if you don't and you have lane assist, it pulls your car back. And it's that, you ever drive on a highway where they're doing road work and so you have uneven pavement, and when you hit that uneven thing, it pulls you? It's scary.
So you can take Joe out of New York, but you can't take New York out of Joe. Driving with him is like driving with a New York City cabbie.
I'm a safe driver.
But I mean, you're first.
But I also grew up, my dad taught me how to drive. I'm not aggressive at all. I don't even speed. I haven't had a ticket or an accident in over 10 years. My dad taught me how to drive a Chevy Suburban in New York City. I remember it freaked my mom out because my dad always said, we're in the bigger car. Just like stick the front of your car in front of them and they will have to stop. So that is my mentality. But he was also the guy that when you hit traffic on a road, like, you know, bumper to bumper, nobody's moving and people try to drive down the shoulder, because we drove a Suburban, he would inch his car over and block the shoulder so nobody could go past him. See, if you do that now, you get shot.
Yeah.
But back in the 80s, nobody shot you for doing that.
You get away with a lot of stuff back then.
Aaron said my Versa was a formal rental car. Never again.
My mom had a rental car that was a Cadillac, and we were so excited that she was getting a Cadillac. We felt so fancy pants.
People beat up rental cars.
They beat the fool out of that car. They do,
because they don't care. Sherry said you need heated seats. Yes, that is an absolute must for us in Florida. Oh, Rachel drives with those heated seats
so
on
good on my
every
back.
day, all day. It's 110 degrees outside. She's got heated seats on. My truck has air-conditioned seats.
Heather would have been
loves those.
Laughing her butt off at me.
Look at the cat.
As I am going down the road with my heated seat on, knitting a hat. What's happened? How old am I at this point?
Let's see. Constance said the seats get hot plus leather will crack. That was our one thing for Rachel. We had to have leather because we're messy.
We're super messy.
Brianna went to Costco on Sunday, Tuesday, and today to get toilet paper. No luck, but I bought ribeyes and butter.
Well, at least it wasn't a total loss. Like, ribeyes and butter that's like the consolation prize.
See what you did? Gigi said typical male view of a wedding. Hey, I got news for you. I cry when I watch a lot of movies when there's a wedding. I do.
He's a crier.
Let's see. Nancy said Office Depot or Staples may have toilet paper.
Did you cry at our wedding?
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh dear God, no, it's forever. Oh no, I'm stuck with her forever.
Heather said she needs to stock up on Zevia.
Yes, it's delicious.
Joe Ray said Autumn's dress was a pantsuit underneath.
No, it was not.
I didn't know that.
Oh my gosh, that's stinking brilliant.
Sherry said, I hope we don't run out of toilet paper in the jail. It could get ugly.
Right? Ugh.
Bill A said, I had no idea 12-ounce coffee has 1.7 grams of carbs. I drink 60 ounces a day.
Dude.
I do think that is something that, like, you talk about, like, you're not eating, like, as many keto things. What you're not drinking is a lot of coffee.
Yeah.
And, yes, so...
Not like I used to.
You figure Rachel was drinking 3 pots of coffee a day.
Pots.
And each pot is 11 cups. A cup is considered...
2 cups.
A cup is considered 5 to 6 ounces. And a 5 to 6 ounce cup of coffee it's like 0.6 carbs per cup. So you were probably doing close to 25 to 30 carbs a day in coffee.
Isn't that terrible?
So that's when we talk about hidden carbs. Like, technically, eggs have carbs in them. Every egg has a carb in it. Now, if you eat 50 eggs a day, you're not going to gain weight. Like, you're going to be in ketosis.
I could drink 50 cups of coffee, but not eat 50 eggs.
Gigi Girl said, some countries don't keep eggs in the refrigerator. Why do we? Because we wash them. So if you have your own backyard chickens and you don't actually scrub those eggs, you don't have to refrigerate them. It's because we wash them in this country. That's why. Keto Mom said, LOL, it would be a poop show, Sherry. Brianna said, I have to ask for divine intervention. Our toilet paper situation is not good.
It gets scary when you think about not having toilet paper. And I know, you mentioned leaves.
Yeah, Sherry,
leave it alone.
Just jumping in the shower. Sherry said, I'm not sure who's panicking because everybody I talk to thinks it's overblown. I agree. It's the media, and the media is just scaring up the few people. Probably like 3% of the population are the ones who are freaking out the most. We went car shopping, right? We missed in the last, 4 days of car shopping between buying your car and looking today. I've met with at least 15 to 20 car dealers. Every one of them, except for the guy today with the wheels falling off, shook my hand. Every one of them. That guy wouldn't shake my hand.
Well, I actually, because we didn't necessarily greet the person at the same time, I had a whole variation of things. I got fist bumped. I got an elbow. One guy tried to touch toes with me. I didn't know what was appropriate. I open mouth kissed 2 of them to just kidding.
But all of the coaches, I think most...
a lot of greetings.
I think it's like 3 to 5% of the population are causing all of the panic and buying everything up.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You only need, 2 or 3 customers in a store to completely just shelf clear.
All the people who believe in end of the world is coming, that's who's out there buying everything up right now.
Ugh.
Aaron said it's more the sweeteners. I can't do coffee without it. It ended us.
Tether.
We're back on.
Are we back on?
We're back on, but
Can
it's
you see it? Joe, fix it.
And let's see. We're gonna wait and see what happens. Come back, Joe and Rachel. It's getting hot in here.
It's getting hot in here.
It says we're live, but we're gonna wait and see what happens.
Yay! You're back.
You're back.
Hello.
Yes. Awesome. I'm gonna go turn on the air conditioning.
It is. It's weird. I don't. Maybe it was talking about how I was open mouth kissing strangers and it broke it. It's fixed.
Okay. It worked before you broke it, Joe. Let's see. How many? 61 people back on. Okay, so cool.
Awesome.
So I don't know where we were in the comments, but let's see. I usually get a big pack at HEB and was down to my last roll, so I bought where I found TP for life, man. Yes. Well, that's what happened with us. We usually have 25 to 30 rolls because we just buy.
Shop at Costco.
Well, first of all, we used to be big couponers until the show Crazy Couponer, Extreme Couponing ruined couponing for everybody.
People were like, I have 50,000 gallons of cat litter and I don't even have a cat.
Well, we would wait for, CVS would do $5 back when you bought $30 of it, plus there was
classy.
A coupon. So we would get just a whole bunch of it, and then whenever the sale would come back, we would stock up. But when that went away, we started getting it whenever it's on sale at BJ's, because BJ's lets you use coupons. and we just haven't had a sale, so we haven't bought it. And Rachel's like, we only have 3 rolls left. I'm like, uh-oh.
Ruh-roh.
We're in trouble. Sherry said, I won't shake anyone's hand because there is no toilet paper.
Yeah, right. I saw somebody else had mentioned that too. It was like, it has nothing to do with coronavirus. It's because they're running low on toilet paper. I'm not shaking hands.
Joe Ray said they're refinancing their mortgage because rates are super low right now.
Slapstick said, I ate 20 eggs one day and I counted as 0 carbs. That's how I count my
I
coffee.
don't count the carbs in our eggs. I don't do.
Don't count the carbs.
Let's see. Sherry said, I use the heat all the time for my back. It does feel good.
We need a massager in there.
Brianna said, my car's lane assistant has changed my turn signal habits. My husband cusses and turns it off. Yes.
That would be you.
That is what I was doing in Omaha. First of all, we're in Omaha. I don't know it. We're driving on icy roads, which I have not done since I moved to Florida 23 years ago.
The backseat smells like kombucha.
The backseat smells like kombucha, and it's pitch black, and for some reason, Omaha doesn't have street lights anywhere.
I don't know what that's about. It reminded me of...
At least where we were.
West Virginia. There was parts of West Virginia where you could buy postcards, and it was just all black, and it was like nighttime in West Virginia because it was just pitch black.
Okay, so let's see. Oh, people were talking about the turn signals. I'm going backwards to see this. Akita Mom said, I had a rental with the lane assist. It was wonderful.
Nice.
Joe said, everywhere interstates, parking lots, local streets, when nobody's around, I'm hardcore on that. Gigi, so before my ribeye and eggs for dinner, my BS was 89, ketones 1.1. Please explain the logic. Could be anything. I mean,
that's not helpful at all.
The one thing I learned, which I have to put a new one back on, that I've learned with those glucose, especially after wearing the CGM for a while, is your glucose is really weird. Like even Dr. Barry, when I was talking to him, he said you've really got to like look at your A1C and like kind of use it as a gauge, but then take a look at your A1C because you can take that blood glucose reading or a CGM reading and it's going to be something, but that's not your average. I would look at my CGM and it would show me like 110, but then when I looked at the average throughout the day, it was in the 80s. It just weird. It's too many things with it. And again, like we even met when we were in Universal. My dad was a clinical chemist. That at any given time, they can have a test show something and there's a 20% margin of error on those things. 20%.
That seems like a lot.
Alan said I religiously use my signal.
Thank you, Alan.
I guess I'm not.
For not being like...
A keto mom said Steven is a better driver. In what world? Shelly said I use my signal all the time, every time.
Thank you, Shelly.
Heather said, yeah, you're acting like you always use it.
I do.
You like rolling stops at the stop signs.
This is a vicious lie.
Heather said, it is illegal to change lanes without turn signal here. I always use my turn signal. Ticket is stupid expensive. You can turn off lane assist. I didn't say it's legal to do it here. I said I just don't do it. That's the worst thing I do. I don't speed. I don't roll through stop signs. Renee said, I'm an obedient driving nerd. I do home health and I can't afford an accident or a ticket. I use turn signals always and always set cruise to the dot.
Nice.
Renee said, where do you live, Aaron?
I use my turn signal turning into my garage. I love it.
What was it? It was funny because when Anthony took his driving test, he was talking to people who he knew who just took it. And then one of the things in Florida, see, when I was in New York, you had to parallel park. But here you have to pull into a parking spot. And you really have to have somebody who's got a small car. Because, like, you cannot turn my truck into a parking spot. It's not possible because of the turning radius on it. And it's a long F-250. So, fortunately, Anthony took it in her car. Well, the one thing that almost everybody gets marked off on their road test in the state of Florida is they forget to turn their turn signal on when turning into the parking spot.
Dang it. I thought you were going to say it was like when you turn it into like a 27-point
No,
turn.
you have to turn your turn signal on, and they said that's something that most people get wrong on the test. Now, what he got wrong, the one thing that he got wrong when he took his test is after they parked, they asked him, what do you do when you park on your hill? Like, what do you have to do if you're parking on a hill? And first of all, I'm like, why are you asking that in Florida? There's no hills in Florida.
If you're on a hill, you're on the garbage dump.
But so what he got wrong was he forgot to turn off the car. So she asked him, like, he got, like, turn your wheels the right way. But it was the other thing he didn't tell her because you didn't do it, didn't demonstrate it. You just said, you're going to do this, this, this. And the steps that he forgot to mention was put it in park and turn the engine off.
I feel like that's a little
He got the emergency brake part. He got all the other stuff, but he forgot to say, put it in park and turn your engine off. So
go take a shower, change your underwear. Like, there's lots of things.
Petite D said, I religiously use my turn signals. It's anarchy otherwise because people have no idea how to drive to begin with and never know when they're going. I wish they could hook up them to people's brains. Yeah, like I do use them at traffic signals. Like when I come to a corner and I want to make a left or right, I do use them to let people, especially people like on the other side, know which way you're turning. I use them in traffic. I just don't use them when there's no traffic. There's nobody behind me, no reason to. Who am I signaling to? There's nobody back there. Constance said it's illegal everywhere, but cops use their discretion. Brianne says, my car has lane assist and it has changed my turn signal habits. We read that part already. Okay, so we got caught up back up to Joe Ray. Let's see. Okay, this is where everything went out.
This is where we were buffering.
We were buffering.
Buffering.
So now we just got to get back down. Heather said you may need to exit and re-enter. Parrot and Renee said, does Dick's give coupons for BJ's? Sorry, couldn't help myself.
Oh my gosh, I love it. So yeah, I almost took a picture.
She was going to take a picture of it yesterday.
Because there was like what's going on in this like shopping center, and that was the only two things, Dick's and BJ's. That was it. That was all the advertisement. I was like, I gotta take a picture of this.
He said Shelly won a contest. The prize was 12-month supply of Teton Water Farms. Costco is the only place in our area that sells them, but they refuse to take manufacturers' coupons.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the only one of the warehouses that take coupons is BJ's. Aaron does the keto said, how about no one ever shakes hands? You don't need to touch me to meet me.
So it's so funny. My brother and I are so different, right?
Rachel has to hug you and make out with you.
I have to hug, and my brother is like, please just stay over on your side of the room. Like, don't come over here. So
funny
this
part
is probably like a dream for him.
The funny part is holidays, and we're all going home, or at the start of the day, like, Easter, Thanksgiving,
and I'm
Christmas,
making my eyes like,
and her brother walks in the house and Rachel goes to like hug him and he's like, don't touch me.
He is so tall that he can just put his hand on my forehead and I'm trying to get at him and yeah, I can't.
Alan said, I shake everyone's hands. I will not yield to fear. I agree. I am not changing anything I do. Hey, I'm on a lacrosse field with a bunch of sweaty athletes and they're all like rubbing up against me. I don't care. God's got this. I'm not getting sick.
I'm not purposely rubbing against somebody that's sweaty.
Renee said, I do home health physical therapy. I'm still touching my patients. I wash and sanitize my equipment just the same as I always have before this.
Thank you for serving them so just amazingly.
Patty said, I work at a public high school. It's a germ fest. Just wash your hands, people.
Yeah.
Renee said, my driving test in Pensacola, Florida made me do a 3-point turn and a parallel park. I was in a Dodge Caravan.
Man.
I remember when I took my driving test in New York,
Parallel
you had to parallel park.
Kryptonite.
I took mine in my dad's Suburban, so the guy had me do a 3-point turn, and he's like, good. I'm like, do you want parallel park? He goes, if you could 3-point turn this thing, I am not worried about you parallel parking.
It is so funny because, like, in Florida, parallel parking is not really a thing. Like,
No.
we don't do that very often, and so me trying to parallel park for my driving test looked like Austin Powers trying to, like, get down that lane. It was like, how much time do you have, sir?
When Anthony and I were looking for your car, one of the cars we looked at, the guy goes, this has parking assist. It'll parallel park your car. I'm like, where are you going to parallel park your car in Florida? Can you tell me what road you're going on? The only one I know of is A1A for the beach. Renee said, my driver's test was in 1993 in Florida. My dad made me wait until after high school to drive. So our rule with the boys was you cannot get your driver's license until you have a car, and you cannot get a car until you have a job. Hence why Anthony has not just now gotten his license at the age of 19, and Caleb got his last year at 18 and a half when his dad took him, because I wouldn't have taken him because no car, no job.
If he gets into trouble, he can't pay you. He can't pay your medical expenses.
Lucy says, same for me, Renee. It was 2 years after driver's ed class. Sheesh, Dad. I did find out Florida, though, at least with Geico, if Anthony and Caleb goes and takes the driver's ed course, like with the improv comedy, they can get discount on their insurance.
Improv comedy?
Yeah. You know the one that you take that if you get a ticket, you could not have the points show up on your license?
It's like all fun.
If you're a teenage driver, you can get a discount for your insurance in Florida for that, and then not again until you're over 50. So next year I can get a discount because I'll be old.
Aw, congratulations, Grandpa Joe.
Aaron said, I haven't parallel parked since I did my task.
I think that was the last time I did it.
Akita Mom said, too much like Steven. Hey, it's 10:30. We're caught up on comments.
On coupons?
On comments.
50 cents off.
Is there anything else we need to talk about?
No, just don't panic.
Don't panic.
We're not going to panic. We're going to find a car, so we're not going to panic about that either.
Right.
That's
Renee said, I rode my bike to work even after closing at midnight when I worked at Hardee's. My first job vehicle sat in the yard till my dad let me drive.
How awesome.
Yeah. I'm going through a little bit of panic thing right now. Like, Anthony and Caleb went to youth group last night and drove themselves home. And at like 11 o'clock, they're not home yet. And Rachel's calling. They're like, well, we went out to eat. And I'm like, new to driving. Can we please, at least, I know you're adults.
I know you're adults, but Mommy just watched the Grudge and Outbreak tonight, so she's not sleeping, and she's suspecting everything is bad and terrible.
Becky said, I have to go to bed. The kids have school tomorrow. For now. Yeah, probably for now. I bet you all the kids in school right now are kind of like snow day, right? Staying up all night. They're going to cancel school. They're going to cancel it.
So Heather said that I should start knitting some face masks. That is awesome.
Kristen said, I parallel park all the time.
Awesome.
Lisa said, I teach in elementary school. Students are always sneezing, coughing, and not covering their mouths. OMG, I'm constantly washing my hands.
Yeah, in kids ministry, I'm always coming home with somebody's boogers on them that are not my boogers.
But yet we've never gotten sick.
No, praise God.
In 4 years, never gotten sick. Heather said, all my kids have been driving since they were 14. You are better than me.
You're amazing.
You are amazing. Oh my gosh. If I had hair, I wouldn't have hair if kids were driving at 14.
Me neither.
Kristen said, I'm panicking about my kids being home for 3 weeks with nothing to do.
It's a lot. It's a tall order. I mean, even the colleges that we're on alert right now because a lot of the state colleges are saying
all the state universities are switching next week to online only.
School.
Telling the kids that are dorming at FSU and stuff, you have to go home and you're going to have to do everything virtually.
Definitely think we need to do some potluck dinners in neighborhoods, right?
Slapasic said, sorry if I missed it. Do you have the Alley 8 getting cold? Yes, it is in the refrigerator, and I think we're going to enjoy it afterwards since my game tomorrow got canceled. So,
I know.
Yeah, my game today got canceled. My game tomorrow got canceled. Brianna said, just found out the school systems are closing in the Denver area. Good googly moogly.
Googly moogly.
Real Talk Keto said schools... what is that?
Close the schools.
Close schools and send kids to daycare to get the flu.
Right.
Yeah. Renee said, I'm healthy, but I don't want to be the carrier to another person.
That is so nice. If you suspect, if you got the sniffles or something, then probably maybe stay home.
Heather said Phil was driving farm trucks and tractors at 10. Gotta love the Midwest.
Yeah. My grandfather learned to drive when he was 9 years old. I want to move
to the Midwest. If we didn't have family here, I would move to the Midwest. I really would.
It's really beautiful there, but we would install some streetlights.
Yeah. Julia said, we have no confirmed cases in Vanderburgh, Colorado, but after 5 p.m. tomorrow, schools are closed for at least 2 weeks.
Just like a preemptive thing, I guess.
Heather said, Iowa is now closed, 11 cases, all from a cruise in Egypt.
Wow.
Shanta said they expanded spring break in Dallas, Texas area.
They did stop our church's trip to Israel.
Yep.
And they've closed down a lot of concerts that are supposed to be in the South Florida area. So... Goodness. Well, we'll be here.
Well, we're here.
We'll still be hanging out. No stopping.
We can get caught up on videos as soon as I do my taxes. This is I've never not had my taxes done by the second week of February.
Getting worried now.
I don't haven't done my taxes yet. Well, I was waiting for companies to send me 1099s and stuff, and at this point, I'm if the schools haven't sent me anything, on you now. You were supposed to send it by January 31st.
Hey, no givesies backsies.
That's right.
That game is over.
Ron said schools are closing for an extra week in Memphis. College is doing the online thing. Shelly said they canceled the rodeo.
Well, they don't want to make the horses sick.
Heather said they don't need stinking street lights.
We don't need no stinking street lights.
So, yeah. So, Renee said, bad thing is you can feel healthy, never have any symptoms, and still spread it. Yes, that is true. That's what, I mean, I'm washing my hands. We do all that stuff. But.
Well, and any, like, toys or anything, I always keep just plastic toys in our, younger kid classrooms, and I'm floating them in bleach, and, can't be too clean.
Christy said it's Kerrigan's senior year and they're discussing online high school for them, meaning no graduation or prom. She's so bummed.
Gosh.
Oh my gosh, that stinks.
And she's so gorgeous. Please, we want pictures of her
like
at
done
prom.
all of that work to get to being so awesome looking. That stinks.
Okay.
Renee said, not gonna lie, in Walmart I hear a cough and I go the other way.
Yeah.
Well, the people in Walmart.
So can I share as a final thing, what I walked in on today?
Oh yes.
So I was in, I mean, all of this running around, if you've ever purchased a vehicle for your kid, it's so much more stressful
than your own
car, because you're thinking, like, I really want them in a tank. Like, does anybody, like, someone...
You literally almost bought your 18-year-old...
tank?
You literally almost bought your 18-year-old a minivan.
Yeah, because you want him in the biggest vehicle possible. Like, I want him surrounded by bubble wrap. So, anyway, made me have to pee more than normal.
I think we stopped at like 9 gas stations.
Because it was just like, I got to pee again. So I said, well, let's stop at Wawa. And we stopped at this really nice Wawa.
Brand new, so super clean.
Beautiful. I don't know why they made Wawa with like one stall bathroom, but it was like a luxury bathroom where the stall was huge. Huge, huge, huge. But as I'm going in to get into the bathroom, a gentleman is coming out zipping up. And so I go into the bathroom and there's a lady.
When you first told me that, I'm like, okay. As somebody who works on the road a lot, I bet you Phil has even done this. You go to a 7-Eleven, they have a women's bathroom and a man's bathroom, and the man's is locked. I will go in the woman's because it's only a one stall kind of bathroom. Like you go in, you lock the door. I'm going in.
Well, this was not the case. She was showering in the sink after, I guess, whatever transaction had taken place there.
Well, we didn't get to that part.
And so she has no clothes on. So she's putting clothes on. So there's a lady that comes in behind me to be like, okay, I'm after you. And I was like, I think it's going to take a minute because this lady is showering and changing. So
after having a gentleman in the bathroom. So then she gets dressed, and I guess the shower didn't go to her satisfaction, so she disrobed again and began showering again. And I was like, I'm out, because now it's not even a coronavirus issue. It's like, I don't know what we're floating around in here. And I mean, I can hovercraft over a toilet bowl like the best of them, but I feel like this is a lot. I thought the funniest part was the gentleman that was walking out of the bathroom was a Wawa employee.
Yes. It's bad.
Heather wrote, oh my gosh, you're telling the bathroom story. Renee said the whole U.S. needs Boosie's gas stations like we have in Texas. There's even one in Florida. So clean.
There's Stacy Gingrich. Thank you so much, Miss Stacy. I cannot wait to have my coffee.
Heather said we live in the Midwest. We pee behind buildings and in cornfields. Yes.
Don't shower in the sink at the Wawa bathroom, though.
Stacy said, hey gang, I feel so stupid. I'm watching Two Crazy Ketos on the couch week 52 and I could have been watching you guys live.
Aww.
That's okay. M. Nikon said, oh snap, I caught you live. What's up?
What's up?
And Shelly said, hey Renee, Bucky's for the win.
Bucky's for the win.
Okay, so we are going to get off and go collapse and watch Grudge 2.
I don't want to watch The Grudge 2. I'm never going to go to sleep.
Hey guys, thank you for sticking with us, even though we had, the live stream went out and everything else. We love you guys. We really appreciate all of you guys' support. We're going to try, maybe we'll do some filming tomorrow.
Yes, let's do that.
Some filming. Maybe we'll do a vlog of, what we eat in a day or something like that.
What we eat in a day when there's apocalypse coming.
Yeah, so. Guys, thank you so much. Once again, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the little thumbs up button.
And don't forget, if you haven't signed up to enter to win the Instagram giveaway for the Keto Chow Gourmet Bundles.
When is that? That's tomorrow?
Well, I mean, you can still enter to win it right now.
Yeah.
And then also, there's a Keto Crate.
The Keto Crate
giveaway.
Keto Crate giveaway. We draw the winner tomorrow night. So make sure if you haven't entered that, go watch the Keto Crate opening and, enter to win
Enter
a
to
Keto
win.
Crate. Oh, that's what I'm going to do with the kids tomorrow. The kids and I are going to film everything that's in the keto box. The boys are going to eat everything that's in the keto box, this month's keto box.
Yeah.
We also got some birch bender stuff we're going to try. We've never tried birch bender, so we'll let you know what we think of it. So
exciting.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good night.
We love you.
Bye.